All right. I was just watching a a little thing that Spirit Science put together on psychedelics, and as I'm watching it, and I also flip over to Amazon and buy a $12 book. But anyways, I'm watching this whole little thing. It's really good. I love all the stuff Spirit Science does. But I'm sitting there talking to myself, and I start thinking, you know what? Maybe I ought to just stick the camera in front of me and put this on there, because this would be how I would explain this to other people. And I'm thinking stuff like that because, well, just my direction in which I'm going in life, and I'm placed here, and in which I work and help people. So anyways, with that being said, the whole ego death thing. Now, this is, of course, I'm looking at this right now from the context of them talking about psychedelics, but this goes, the whole ego death thing goes beyond that. It's, if you even look to the Bible, like the whole thing of the death and the resurrection, it pretty much goes over into this whole same area. The same thing that people do with the psychedelics, the same thing that monks and stuff do within deep meditation and prayer, and it's a separation from the false self. See, when we say to ourselves, we went on a trip, we went on a meditation, we had an experience in life, something big, and the ego death. Then you start thinking the ego death. Well, to classify what exactly everybody considers to be part of the ego is a mess in itself. But it's there for a purpose. And being a physical being, it's there to help you out and to help protect you in this world. But the problem is, like with anything, balance, balance, balance. So, what ends up happening is if you qualify this as ego death, then your ego's natural reaction is to try and protect you and not let it go. No, you can't kill me off. You need me. If you don't quit it, I'm going to take over all thought processes. You obviously are not processing stuff right. You're going to get yourself hurt. You don't want that. What you want to do is the same thing that I've said with the mind. Everything has its job. So let's just, just for purposes of visualization, I was sitting there and I was saying, okay, now, mind, ego, you both need to calm down. See, what happens is if you turn around and you realize that this is the false self, meaning that when you have one of these experiences, you're able to step outside of yourself, see through what would be like seeing through the eyes of God, seeing through the eyes of source creation, what created everything, seeing through those eyes. You will see what parts of yourself are actually parts of you and what parts are actually programmed in that you think are you, or you label as you, or you use to tell the world this is you, or whatever, all those little parts. They go away. And when I was talking about the death and the resurrection, it's kind of the same thing too. It's a process that's very, very important to life here. And there's even been many, like everything from native populations and stuff that would have things where people would go on a little journey, certain rites of passages. And that's what it's all about, a spiritual journey type of thing. And with that is being able to realize that there is that false self, not necessarily, like I said, don't go trying to attack the whole ego part, the false self, realizing that and being able to go, oh, wait a minute, I'm really this. You're looking from the outside again. And you start to feel the freedom. You start to feel integrated with your soul and what created you and everything else, because it's all connected to the great consciousness that you were part of. So you come back to that. So even that story within the Bible It's given us something that's it's not just, come to Jesus by the way of his, going, oh crap, your death was horrible, we feel bad about it, we come to you. No, you go through it too. That's what's being shown to you by the story. You go through that too. But don't look at it as an ego death. Look at it as a revelation of the false self and letting that go. Then it all works a lot better. You aren't trying to kill off parts of yourself. You can say, all right, you go, you got your job. The job is to help me within the 3D world, but you don't need to take over all the thinking. And the same thing with you, mind. There's a lot of things you can do, all the way from duct tape and popsicle sticks to put something together, that quick thoughts of stuff like that, to maybe helping me speed read, whatever. But the actual directions in which I'm going in life, the major things, they got to come from the heart. And I've said this before, the more you dig into that and look what the heart actually does, it'll blow your mind. It's actually doing a lot more as far as sending signals and everything to your brain than your brain is it. That's why people say, feel with your heart, or that gut feeling. That's literally them signals electromagnetically coming through from source spirit and your soul in through your heart and sending the signals to your brain. So you got to retrain your whole entire body. And you tell your brain, you do have an important job. I ain't trying to shut you down, and ego, you're good there to, keep things within this physical the way they need to be. But you need to catch them incoming signals, brain from the heart here. Don't try and figure it out on your own. The cool thing is here, and this is how you talk to your body, we all work synergistically. Ain't nobody mad at anything here. I know what parts of me are me. I integrate that, and as far as all the working systems, we all work together. We all have our jobs. And I'm serious, you can literally feel your brain go, really, man? It's like, yeah, dude, this is what you do. Okay, you got an important job of doing this, and you interpret them signals when they come through as I feel them. But, don't just, make up stuff or go on a past thought pattern or judgment. Take it through as a clean feeling, and we'll be like, oh. And I'm telling you, when you do that stuff, your whole entire system starts to work together better, because you're not battling anything or saying, I disregard you, you're not part of me, you sicken me. Oh, you don't want to do that. We already got people screaming, you're born into sin and you're not worthy. No, we don't need any more of that crap. Don't talk to yourself that way. Be very, very nice to yourself. But reprogram everything. Let your body know how everything works. The systems are all kind of messy. It's just like going on that computer going, I got defragment stuff. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. But all together we do this. And there you go. And it all starts to work together good. So that was just my little thought there on the whole ego death thing, death to resurrection, how all these things correlate. And it's not just, hey, a neat little discussion. This actually, if you want to really go places and live in the now, have a great life and all these things, the death and the resurrection. However, you need to go through it. And by the way, there are many people that do this without psychedelics or anything. So, even though I mentioned that at the beginning, that's just because something I'm watching. You don't need to do that. You can go into meditation. Actually, that's how I started this whole process. Reprogramming, what they call dark night of the soul, which I don't like to call it that, because it's just another thing that scares the shit out of people. It's just reprogramming. That's all it is, Is it all, unicorns, farting rainbows? No. But it's not all, My whole time through it was just peppered with all kind of stuff, man. There was like some super transcendental moments, and then moments that were just like, ugh. But every time I felt, I come out of it and felt even better. So then I was like, well, I didn't like it, but give me more of that if I got to, because the feeling afterwards, I feel like I'm growing. And so, you just keep working with it, and these are the things that come out. What you're told. So, I share that all with you. Don't battle with yourself. You're beautiful. You just need to reprogram some things. The world doesn't teach us this stuff in school, unfortunately. If they did, it wouldn't have took me to the age of 50. And a lot of talking to other people, studying and praying and meditating to get to where I'm at. because I would have just been told. But one day it will happen. Peace and love to y'all. Have a great day.